Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's live session on the trading floor. All right. Now, this week has been really slow for us. So far, so good. I think we took a trade on V10 this morning. Now, V10 has really been the fashion against me this week because I don't know, for some reason, nothing seems to be happening, right? Apart from the fact that we took this loss yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. We took the sell from here, which is something like this. Something from, I think, somewhere around here. And our stop loss was somewhere around here. So somewhere around something like this, right? And we're targeting here, right? It was supposed to be like a 1:2 trade, but again, Big Ten did not allow us, right? So let's break it down a little bit. Let's show you my thought process on reason why I took this trade, and let me explain everything to you guys. All right. Now, this is the thought process around it, right? Now, remember when we say that, okay, we had like a self side from this at the original, from the beginning, which was yesterday, and then taking this buy because of the breakout structure here was a failed one. So I anticipated that, okay, probably, most likely the trend has now changed and we're looking for sell positions. And so when this right rolled down, I was waiting for like a pullback into this zone so that I can sell. Waiting for like pullback into this zone so that I can sell. And then we got our pullback somewhere around here. Got our pullback somewhere around here, right? And then we saw this break of structure, break of this structure here, right? And I feel like, okay, price would have returned back to this break of structure to give us like a sell. And I knew it was reacting to off this zone for sure, because this is the zone that pushed price back to our zone. So price gave us the break of structure, which was like a good sign that, okay, I think everything's beginning to align. So I was waiting for price to pull back, which was something around yesterday night. Price pulled back, but I didn't get like a strong confirmation for the sell. So I waited for it and I woke up this morning and I saw that, okay, price has broken yet again another structure downward, right? You can see there's been a structural break, structural shift from here and here strongly. So I was waiting, oh, okay, let's see if the sell is beginning to happen now. And then price returned back to this zone, which was the zone that gave us the break of structure, and I entered based on the confirmation here. But as you can have it, V10 said no, nada. Even though I felt like it was a good setup for me, it's something that if I see it next time, I'm still going to take it. On other pairs, sometimes it works. Not you can't work 100% of the time. So I think volatility index has been taking me out a lot, and I might just as well give this pair a break for a while because on the higher time frame, the price has been choppy. You can see this price action. So price action is shit, right? Shitty price action. So this week we took 3 trades. The first trade was the volatility 30 trade, which gave us a win. I think that trade gave us a 1:3, or where is this? Was it 1:3? Yeah, somewhere around here. Yeah, this is the first trade we took for the week. And this trade gave us a 1:2.8. That is almost a 1:3 trade, right? And then we took 2 trades to follow up with that. That is volatility index and volatility index twice. And the 2 trade gave us a loss. So basically, I'm at break even for the week, and I didn't make any money this week from trading. So let's see if we can get another setup today. Today is not over. I don't know yet. Let's see how it goes. Sometimes the week is like that. The whole month has been kind of slow for me. Doing a slow month. I think last week wasn't good. Last week wasn't great. And this week we are hitting break even. So happy Salah, by the way, for those of you who are just joining us, those of you who are watching on YouTube, happy Salah. Right. And so that's it. Sometimes it happens like that. And it's normal. Not every week is going to be a winning week. Sometimes you keep break even, sometimes you hit a loss, sometimes you hit a win. But at the end of the day, we just try to make sure that at the end of the month, we try to come out profitable, which is the aim, by the way. Let's see how this week continues, or this week also. So let's see if we can. Okay, we've already broken down volatility index. I've broken this down already. I think the price action of volatility index right now is not the best. It's not the best. A lot of things are happening, a lot of things are going on. You can see this week, you can just see that the price action is just shit. Let's see if we can check out on like the 1075 index. Starboy day for you. All right, I remember saying yesterday that I was waiting for the sell on Black 75 index because I was feeling that the overall trend was like bearish, and whatever is happening here can just be like a little bit pullback. But Black 75 index has just broken yet another structure to the upside. So this is what I'm looking at now. This is what I'm looking at. I think the nearest zone has to be this place here, right? These two zones here. Right, this zone here. Now, depending on how price reacts of this particular zone, because if price doesn't react properly and it breaks, most likely the sell might just, it's about to begin because we're now seeing series of lower lows, lower highs. But I'm still watching it. For now, I think my bias is an uptrend. I'm feeling like, okay, the trend might continue. So let's see how price holds up. If price gives us good confirmation for a buy, I might call the trade. And if it doesn't, I might hold on and see how price reacts below this level. And let's see if we get back to this level, we can see how price reacts up there, and then we can get like a good trade from there. But for now, I think this is what 75 is doing. So I'm in for like the buys. I'm in for the buys at this point. Because on the 4-hour time frame, we can see some strong bullish momentum. So we can get like a continuation. Baby, I like that seeing you, baby. Your money don't go my money, you got cool my passion. Your body don't go my passion. But the way things are going, right? It might just be a little bit, it might just be time for the sale to start. But this is a very good supply chain. The price is reacting to the price now. So we're waiting for a confirmation for the sell side and the buy side. We'll see how price looks up, and then we can hopefully. Today is Friday, so I think I'll be going out today. So because this week has been crazy on the charts. But I try my best to always trade live with you guys so that you guys can see how trading is. Trading is not easy. Trading the skill is not easy. Some days you make a lot of money, some days things are slow. Every day will not be rosy. If every day is rosy, then everybody will be a billionaire right now. Every day can be rosy, every week can be rosy. But try as much as possible to make sure the winning days are massive. So now, I remember yesterday on like 75 1S index, but those of you who were around, I said something concerning the fact that I was not going to buy 75 1S from you because of the fact that the price is at an all-time high and we're expecting like a reversal. And that is what we saw here. We saw price reversed, and now it's giving us like a good reversal. Now, this is a double top at an all-time at an all-time high, follow up with an engulfing candlestick to the downside. So it won't be far-fetched if you're expecting like a good dump from here, a good sell from here. Let's see. At the same time, respecting the fact that it's an uptrend. So if price can break this neckline below, we're expecting good sales. Let's say this sell might take the whole of this week and it can rally down to this point, somewhere around this point, taking out all these lows here, down to this point here, or just continue selling, right? But I feel like if we can get a good break below here, for the whole of next week, I'll be looking out for sales on 75 index, on 1S index. So I'm just being patient now, waiting for price to give me something, either a break of structure to the upside or break of structure to the downside, so that I will know my plan for next week. Because whatever trade we have, whatever setups we are finding now at this kind of all-time high has to be like, for the whole week. It's going to be for the whole week. So it depends on how price reacts of the zone. Then we can now start targeting, the lows, start targeting sales. Now, our dear friend, Vice 25 index, I don't know how far it has gone, but I remember I told you guys that 25 index is always running. I don't know where it's running. Once it starts moving, it starts moving. I think we were expecting like pullback, expecting to see pullbacks into this zone here, but price didn't give us that what we were looking for. Price just gave us a tiny break and retest here, and then start flowing down, flowing down, flowing down, flowing down. So I'm still expecting that pullback. I'm still expecting a pullback. I'm still expecting pullbacks to the upside at this point. But that's one thing with on 25 index. If you are a swing trader or you like swinging, then this is your pair, because once it starts moving, it starts moving. All right, I think from now on, we are going to be hosting like topics that are going to be talking about during this live session so that we can just have, like topics to talk about and things to talk about. And I feel like I should talk about risk management today. We're talking about risk management today and how you can use risk management like I do. And anytime you feel like trades are not going your way, because definitely those times are going to come. As a trader, as a professional trader that you are, if you are trading, always have it at the back of your mind that some days are not going to be as good as some, right? As at the first week of this month, by this time I've already hit my weekly target, which is over $500, and we're already done for the week on the trading floor. But the following week we hit a loss. Now this new week we are in break even. You see how everything just lined up. Previous week $500, the next week minus 300. This week no money. That's how trading is. Sometimes it can be sustained. Sometimes it's good, and sometimes it can vary. You understand me? But what is going to save you is your risk management approach and how you implement your risk management. Now, if you look at the chart, if you look at the screenshot I sent this morning on the group chat, you can see that I sent a minus 50 loss, which from the $10. You can see that my risk for that particular trade was $50, and that was what I funded. Right? Let's see if we can get for those of you who have an account, and you are looking for a way to grow the account, either you're using signals or whatever method you want to use to grow your account, you need to understand risk management, right? Let's see if we can underline it. Now, if you fund your account, if your account is like if you have a $200 account and you want to raise 10%, which is about $20, or you have a $100 account, you want to raise 10%, which is about $10, or you have a $50 account, you want to raise like 10%, which is about $5, depending on your risk, right? Now, what I do is that I always try to fund my risk. Whenever I'm risking in a trade, I fund it. That's what I do. That way, I'm protecting my capital, I'm protecting myself from any form of over leveraging or any form of, let's say, you want to adjust stop loss. You can't adjust stop loss when that is your full risk. Do you understand? If you already planned the trade and you've placed your stop loss, if your whole account is in that, if your whole money is in that account, you'll be tempted to increase your risk as the trade goes. Let's say the trade is in drawdown, you'll be tempted to increase your risk, or the trade is going your way. You want to add more positions, right? Because you have a lot of leverage on your account. But if you fund your risk, even though you lose 3 times, 4 times, you will still have enough money to trade with, right? The mistake people do is that they have a $100 account and they fund the whole $100. You fund your whole $100, you're empty five, and then the first trade is called, and then you risk your whole amount, your whole account on that particular trade. You just keep on buying. That is the wrong approach. Because if that trade goes against you, you've lost your account. Now, if the next trade is scored and the next trade is a winner, you have no money to fund. You have no money to trade anymore, right? But if you have an account, it is best you divide the account based on your risk appetite. If you say, okay, I'm going to be dividing my account into five. If you have a $100 account divided into five, that is $20 risk. If you have a $200 account divided into five or four, that is $50 risk, right? Depending on your own risk appetite. Now, once you do this, the first trade, you fund your 50, it goes against you, minus 50, right? There's no up, there's no down, minus 50. You fund the second one. Second one goes where you're up plus 150, plus 100. You are now up in profit. Even though the next trade goes bad, it's still minus 50. You are still up in profit. So two trades, two wins, one loss, you are up in profit. No matter the amount of loss you take, right? Most times you either be in break even, like the way I'm on break even this week. You either be on break even or you be in profit. If you're going to be in loss, it's going to be tiny loss. So that is how I use my own risk management, by funding my risk. If you are trading synthetic indices, you can do that from Deriv. You can fund from Deriv, from your broker, Deriv broker. Let's say you have $100, put it on Deriv, then you fund $50 or $100. No, you fund $50 or $20 or $10, no matter the amount of risk you are using. To me, I feel like that is the best way to practice your risk management, especially those of you who are struggling with risk management. Now, take note, I didn't say you are funding your risk so that you can flip. I didn't say that, right? Because me, I don't used to flip. What I'm saying is that you fund your account and then you use the way your stop loss is supposed to be, that's what your stop loss would be, and then you risk whatever you want to risk. Don't say your stop loss is here. Let's say you want to say, let me use an instance for you now. There's difference between whatever you see online and realistic what trading is all about, right? Let's say you enter your trade from here and your stop loss is here, and let's say your take profit is here, right? And then you fund your risk, which is $50, and you want to execute at this point, and then your stop loss is here, which is $50 minus $50, right? Then when price gets to your entry zone, you started stacking. You stack, you start hitting a lot of positions. Now, because you funded your risk, you feel like, okay, you want to go all out under your risk. You want to flip it, right? Now, you stack at this particular point, and the price has not even gotten to the stop loss position. But let's say price just moves a little bit here, and your $50 is burnt out. Meanwhile, if you had left your stop loss where it's supposed to be, you would have gotten a 1:3, 1:2, 1:4 trade clean. But because you wanted to stack, you wanted to flip that money, you go and enter a lot of risk here, and then you are losing, right? That's the difference between practicing proper risk management with that kind of method and then trying to flip your risk. Because no matter how you try to look at it, flipping is not a sustainable way of trading. I don't know, I don't care whatever you see online. I'm telling you out of my own personal experience. I've tried flipping, failed, right? Flipping is good online. You found $100, you flip it to 500, flip it to 200, 600, 700, and you're happy. But in the next time you try it again, you will lose up like 4 times before the next time you come again. It's not really fun. It's not sustainable. Even though a lot of people claim to be doing it. I don't want to mention anybody's name here because I think this is recorded. A lot of you are seeing what's going on online, on Twitter, on basically the trading community. A lot of traders are coming out now, and a lot of things are happening. A lot of okay, let me pause on that. All right, let me pause on that. So that's basically it, right? Now let's go back to what we're saying. Let's go back to what we're saying. So I'm expecting a pullback on like 25 index so that we can short it. The trade of V10, I think V10 is look at this bastard now. Can you see this bastard? It's now you're selling. It's now this bastard is selling. I'm not entering this trade though. I lie. No, I'm not entering like in 10 index anymore. I'm done with V10 for the week. I'm not trading V10 anymore. All right, I think 25 index might cook this morning. 25 index might be putting it wrong. Let me check it out. All right, depending on how this candle closes, because we cannot enter at this particular point. So I'm still expecting price to at least do some kind of, taking out this low or something before it start moving in the direction. So I'm patient enough to wait for it. Patient enough to wait for it right there. All right. Does anybody have any question or anything or any trade that you'd like us to look at? Let's check it out for you. I need to be somewhere at this particular point in time. I need to be somewhere. One is a number 100. 101 is all of a sudden just became very volatile. All right, let's see if we can dissect and see what the price action is saying of like this 101 is.
What is the problem?
No problem. It's a yes.
You wonder why it's for your long. Every other day, it's for your life. Apparently, it's for the year back. Yeah, if you walk down the highway, you make my music. I don't know walk down the highway. So if you want to make a music, your problem.
All right, this is structure 4. 101 days, right? You can see that price moved massively from here, breaking out this structure and breaking out this structure, or taking out these highs, right? Now, the zone that price used to break out this high is this zone. This is the zone that price used to break out these highs like this. So this particular zone is strong, right? You cannot just neglect this zone. I think that's what's happening here. Price is giving us like little reaction from this zone. The first one was here, went back up, came back down. Now it's pushing back up again. So let's go to 1 hour time frame and check out what we are looking at. All right, clear. All right, I think it's clearer now. Now you can see that from this zone, this is the zone that pushed price up. By the way, this zone, you can see that price has broken structure. This structure here, you see price broke this structure here, giving us a good indication that okay, price about to buy. Right now, price reversed back to a zone that caused that and I think the zone that caused that buy was somewhere around here. I think the whole of this zone here. Right, this is the whole zone. Now, price didn't come back exactly to tap into it. I think it's just reacting off this particular line here. But I think the bottom line here is that the particular zone that we are in now, because of this break of structure, I think the price on 101S is going to buy for a while. This buy that's happening right now is valid and it's going to happen for a while. Even though not exactly, but price can't just neglect this zone because this zone is powerful. This zone is a zone that push price this high. So there's a lot of buying pressure from here. So once price go to this particular zone, you can see price give us a bit of structure, now is reacting. So price is likely going to buy either to this side here, first level, second level, right? But the pressure here is high. So if you'd have bought from here, you would have been correct, and you should have ride it to this point, right? If not, if it doesn't take over the whole of the trend as a whole. So that's why I saw on 101S. Let's look at 100. 100, same thing. I don't know why. I don't know why this strategy that I'm using, right? The pairs that we are trading, I don't know why it's not showing up every time there. Look at this now. This is a very beautiful setup. Look at price broke this structure. This is where price, this is the zone that pushed price to break this one. And that means there's a lot of buyers here. So price returned back to this zone and it's just buying, which is textbook setup. This is textbook setup, right? Textbook setup. Look at this. Price broke structure here. Now, where the price come from that broke, price came from, this is the zone that price used to create the structure. And then price returned back to it. And boom, you ride on it, you hop on it, and then you ride it, take profit to be somewhere around obvious levels. First take profits here, second take profits somewhere around, let's say here. Right? By now, this would have been like a very good 1:1 what, man? First trade, first level, stop loss here. 1:2.7, first trade. 1:4, second trade. But as the 101X is very volatile, you can't trade the pair on the trading floor. You can't trade the pair on the trading floor. You know, all these kind of pairs that I used to see a lot of good setups from them, but I'm trying to trade with you guys, so I cannot be taking this kind of trades when I will not share it on the floor. And I think that's the reason why our week has been slow. If it was previous week where we had the freedom to trade as many pairs as we can, there were a lot of setups flying around. But now we cannot. We are limited to just five setups now, five pairs now. So that is it. So I think if I was going to buy on 100, I think the buy is not going to be now. I think the buys are already it's already started and has gone far. So if you want to jump on it, you can still jump on it. But at this particular time now, any price that pushes down from here will likely maybe come back to this zone here. So the entries from here might just get stopped out. So yeah, that's it. Um, so yeah, we talked about risk management today, and hopefully those of you who are not here, who are not here on the training floor live to ask your questions, maybe in the next live you can come and then ask your questions and then we can answer. As those of you are watching from YouTube. So yeah, thank you very much for coming, and I think this is where we're going to end the live today. If we get any more setups, I'm going to call it, and then we can do what we do best, make money. But this week or this month so far has been slow, really slow, and hopefully everything picks up as at next week or before the weekend. Right? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.